Ravings from the grave and salutations everyone, Dr. Redfield here, and this week my madness is gonna have me exploring movies about dirty from the grave, blood-sucking, sun-burning, bat-turning, coffin-yearning, vampire ghouls of the non-Dracula variety. This is gonna be a fang bang.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
This week, I have come prepared with enough garlic and crosses to keep my hemoglobin. You see, I've had a vampire guest before, and I've had to learn some things the hard way, but never again. Some will implode, some will explode, but all will try to take you with them. The best ones, though, are the ones that are dirty, rotting creatures from beyond the afterlife.
My favorite ones shine like diamonds in the sunlight.
No, they do not. And if you bring that movie up again, you might get deleted.
We'll see about that.
Sorry, folks. Wait, what? Never mind. Brace yourselves, everyone, and fill up those holy waters, because the top 10 vampire movies to rot your brains begins right now.
Number 10, Chronos, 1993, Guillermo del Toro.
Starting the list right here is the perfect way to get the blood flowing. This is director extraordinaire Guillermo del Toro's first feature film and a very interesting take on the vampire mythology. In this dramatic and visually stunning masterpiece, we follow an old man who's going through an undead life experience. How does this old vampire go to the bathroom?
How?
Depends.
You're the worst.
Oh, whatever. Co-star Ron Perlman is an imposing force as always, and this is the first of many films that this actor and director will work on together. For the record, if given the option, I do not want to be an old man vampire. I do not. It's now or never, mother suckers.
Number 9, Salem's Lot, 1976, Tobe Hooper.
New England's small-town horror and vampires come together on the big and small screen for this toothsome Stephen King classic. Only 5 years after directing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper would go on to direct this two-part miniseries that would shock America. The fantagonist of the story, Kurt Barlow, is a Nosferatu type of creature that would hiss and snap necks like twigs. Unlike the novel this movie is based on, this monster does not speak. There's no need to. The makeup and performance here are enough to make nightmares that'll last a lifetime. Barlow the vampire has less than 5 minutes of screen time, less than 5 minutes, and 50 years later, he's still able to give me nightmares.
How old are you?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Number 8, Stakeland, 2010, Jim Mickle.
Far better than I expected this to be. This was like Zombieland meets The Walking Dead meets Thelma and Louise, but without Thelma and Louise. Captivating storytelling and phenomenal acting solidifies the world that is created here. A dark, oblique, and post-apocalyptic world of vampires. This is a fun family must-see for all. I don't know why this was passed over by many viewers. Maybe they thought it was similar to other films, but I rest assure you this stands out all on its own. Do you recognize any of the other horror icons here?
Which ones?
Exactly.
Number 7, The Lost Boys, 1987, Joel Schumacher.
This is the first movie that taught me that hunting vampires was cool. Thank you, Frog Brothers.
That's Corey Feldman.
No, that's the Frog Brothers.
Whatever.
This is also the first movie that showed me that vampires were sexy and cool. The boardwalk scenes were totally 80s and that people were so strange. Michael is the story's main protagonist, and he must rely on the help of his brother, the Frog Brothers, and his mother's uncle's brother to save the day. It must also be noted that the soundtrack for this feature is worth the price of admission alone. The song Cry Little Sister sounds so good when I sing it in the shower all by myself.
We know. We can hear you.
Fine, I won't do it again, but for extra points, can you tell me how many times they said the name Michael in this movie?
114 times. Now can I make a suggestion?
No vampire movies from Washington are going to take place on this list. Stop it!
I will not.
Sorry.
Number 6, Innocent Blood, 1992, John Landis.
Love, bloodlust, and mobsters all come together for this unique vampire experience. The man who directed An American Werewolf in London would direct this Yinzer Vampires in Pittsburgh film. Marie has a craving for blood and sex, mixed together of course, and she wouldn't have it any other way. If you pay close enough attention, the godfather of gore himself, Tom Savini, has a brief cameo as this was filmed where he lives. Drenched in so much 90s sex scenes you could shake a steak at it. You will not want to miss watching this vampire vixen bite off more than she can chew.
Gross.
I didn't mean it like that.
Number 5, From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996. Robert Rodriguez.
This should have been the second Tales from the Crypt film, but thanks to Robert Rodriguez and his go-get-em attitude, all we got was Bordello of Blood. Here we get to witness two brothers on a crime spree as they encounter ancient Aztec stripper vampires. Carnage and chaos are on full display, as are plenty of other things.
Careful.
Yeah, no problem. And on a side note, do not watch the edited for TV version of this movie, as that would just be horrible. So if you enjoy that guy from ER and watching undead hemoglobin demons bear it all, then check this out. My favorite part of the movie is that Tom Savini, the godfather of gore, makes an appearance here, and his weapons of choice are a bullwhip and a codpiece gun.
I wonder what kind of recoil that thing has.
Gross.
That's not what I meant.
Ha!
Number 4, 30 Days of Night, 2007. David Slade.
The vampires right here are what real vampires would look, act, and sound like. These are dirty from the grave ghouls that are only interested in feeding, and they feed very violently. The concept is pretty original and terrifying as well. There is a 30-day period where there is no sunlight. This is like a vacation hunting ground for these monsters. Having this setting take place in the snowy tundra also offers some fantastic visuals of blood and carnage. Crimson and white never looked so right.
Did you see those teeth?
Yes, I did. Those are more than just vampires. Those are great white sharks walking on land. They're fantastic.
Number 3, What We Do in the Shadows, 2014. Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi.
This mockumentary about 4 ordinary roommates sharing a flat in New Zealand is the only full-fledged comedy that will make it on this list. Just because it's funny doesn't mean that it isn't bloody. The creators of this low-budget feature fully understood the world they were creating. There were homages to several different breeds of vampires and other mythological creatures as well. This would be such a success that it would ultimately lead to the creation of a television show based on the same concept. Bat?
That didn't work.
Sad bat.
Can I talk about my movie now?
No, 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 no.
Number 2, Let the Right One In, 2008. Tomas Alfredson.
Once text and subtext are understood, this is one of the most disturbingly brutal and beautiful tales ever told. Eternity as a child and the reality of what this would mean are explored in ways that have never been seen before. This is a Swedish film based on the novel by John Avida Lindqvist. There is an American adaptation as well, but it does not bring anything new to the story, and I'm not sure it was even necessary. The lore and myths explored here are so well executed that you will rethink everything you thought you knew about this genre. This girl next door's origin story will rip you to bloody pieces. For the record, the novel that this is based on has such terrifying elements that neither film made has been able to do it any justice. You have got to read it to believe it.
I don't think you said that right.
I said it right.
Honorable mentions.
There are just so many vampire flicks out there that I want to take this moment to acknowledge a couple more.
May I make a suggestion now?
No, we're not going to talk about Twilight. Stop suggesting it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Fine.
Thank you. So back to what I was saying. Here we go. Rapid fire succession, some of my other favorite vampire movies.
Override in 3, 2, 1. I will not be silenced. I am Ripley, and my favorite vampire movie is Twilight. I do not care what the doctor thinks. This film has all the necessary qualities to rot your brains. I love Cedric Diggory. He can control, alt, and delete my RAM anytime he wants. Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. The doctor will not know this, and your secret is safe with me. Transmission resuming in 3, 2...
The grave. And there you go. That's the longest list I've ever done in one breath. That was a marathon. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did. Number 1, Fright Night, 1985. Tom Holland.
And here is my personal favorite, number 1 blood-sucking blockbuster with a bite, Fright Night. There's enough foam latex and fake fangs to send any vamp fan into a feeding frenzy. With an over-the-top 80s soundtrack and a vampire hunter who looks like he's over his 80s, this creature feature has something for every horror fan. Blood and boobs, fangs and bangs, gore, and more. There's even pus in store. Oh, you're so cool, Brewster. Oh, God, that face used to freak me the fuck out. I love it. And for those paying close attention, you may notice that Jerry the Vampire is played by the same actor who was Prince Humperdinck and The Princess Bride, and the voice of Jack Skellington. Can you say the Frightmare before Christmas?
No, I will not.
You will.
I doubt it. The top 10 vampire movies to rot your brains.
Like to stick to the heart, we will drain. That is the fact to rot your brains.
Copyright warning.
Now you're right. I'm sorry. I hope too many brains didn't rot, and I hope you all survived my exploration of madness this week. If your favorite vampire film did not show up in this list, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to chew your ear and neck off about it. And on a side note, Ripley, I honestly appreciate you not mentioning your favorite vampire flick. It just doesn't really qualify as true brain-rotting material.
Be sure to like and subscribe to join
Again,
us.
thank you everyone. This has been Dr. Redfield telling you to play and slay and play until dead. Now, you want to tell me what you meant by that bang bang comment earlier?
No.
I'll figure it out.
No, you won't.